So welcome everybody. My name is Lee Moore Weber, and tonight we're going to be creating with a whole bunch of new products from Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft. One of them, I'm going to actually flip the camera, and you guys, I'll be able to show you which ones they are. But first of all, I want to welcome all of those that are new to the show. Welcome. I'm just looking at the chat here. Lots of newbies, which is absolutely fabulous. Um, so why don't we get started? We have a very is my thing going down? Sorry. I thought the light all of a sudden started going down. I was getting concerned. So what we're going to do is I'm going to switch the camera and we're going to get started. We do have a long night. But before I do that, let me make a couple announcements. So our September winner is, I'm going to announce that right at the end of the show, just to make it fun. Um, Only because I'm trying to see if she's here. Hang on, I'll check if she's here. No, she's not here yet, so I'm actually gonna wait. Okay. Um, and what else am I gonna do? I do want to announce the October challenge though. So you guys have been like dying to find out about the October challenge, right? So there's a couple things. First of all, our sponsored for the month of October is the Piece by Piece, which I'm super, I left the card upstairs, I think. If you guys haven't heard about the Piece by Piece, they're a fabulous, fabulous little shop. And she is a regular store up in California, as well as an online store. So she has sent me, and they do a ton of laces and lots of fun stuff, but she really brings in the most incredible, incredible laces. And we all know how much we love laces and ribbon and all that kind of stuff. So this entire package, I may use a little bit tonight, but this entire package, the winner will get at the end of the challenge of October. So she sent me two packages, one for the winner, one for me. Okay, so tons of, and I'm gonna show, when I switch the camera, I'll show you some of them so that you can see them. And so the challenge for this month is as follows. So one of the things I noticed is that when we art journal, we've, some of the questions that I kind of get asked on YouTube when I do Mixed Media Fridays, for example, is, why do you journal? Like, why do you art journal? Why do you waste all that product on, on your art journals? Like, why? Why not make a canvas or something that, you can hang on your wall, right? But as we all know, the reason that we art journal is to kind of be able to express ourselves and to be able to, whenever we can't talk to somebody or we're just frustrated or we're happy, it's just a way for us to express our feelings, our emotions, and it's just absolute fun, right? However, one of the things that we often forget, and we forget to do this in our layouts as well lately, is journaling, like actually journaling our feelings. So it's all great and fun to be able to create freely and be able to throw paint on a, on a piece of paper. But one of the things we're not doing is journaling. So the challenge this month is creative journaling. So I am going to do a page here tonight where I'm going to show you some creative journaling. And what I mean by that is I want you to create an art journal page in your art journal. So that's the challenge, okay? Or if you want to do it on a canvas, that's fine too. But I would love for you guys to do an art journal page, and I want to see some creative journaling. I actually want you to write out your feelings and do it in a creative way. So I'll show you some different ways that you can do that, but I would love, to see some of that expressed in a page, okay? And it's just another way, it's another outlet to kind of let out your feelings, right? And then you're going to post them in the mixed media group, and we're going to have a we'll have the photo album ready for you after the show. Either myself, Yvonne, or one of the admins will create one. And you can post your pictures up there. And at the end of the month, I will pick the winner. Okay. And usually I do it by random.org so that I don't, have to, um, it's really hard for me to pick, right? So random.org works perfectly. So that is, and then of course, the second part of the challenge, because our sponsor this month is the Piece by Piece, I'd love to see you incorporate some sort of, if you have the Piece by Piece lace or ribbon, by all means incorporate. But I would love to see some texture, some laces or something in your art journal. Okay, so if you can incorporate it, great. That would be really, really awesome. But I will be showcasing the Piece by Piece stuff all month long. All right. So that's it for the challenge. And then let's see. I don't know if she's here yet. So I'm going to announce the September winner at the end of the show. But let's go ahead and get started. I'm going to flip cameras right now. So there we go. Let me know if you guys can see me. Can you guys see me okay? Can you see Lee Moore? Is that a yes, yes, yes? All right. Okay, you guys let me know. Yvonne, if you guys are having issues, please by all means send me a text, okay? So let's get started. I have my tea in hand. Do you guys have yours? Let's get started. So, in this kit, I know some of you purchased it, and that's great. For those of you that haven't, that's okay too. I think I may only have one left, but I'll let you know. If I have any left, I know I ordered some more because so many people wanted them. This is the brand new Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft Mixed Media Journal Board, and this is the square one. Super fun. You can do doodling, misting, stamping. It says it right on there. Texturing, collage, layering, painting, embellishing. Okay, it says it right on there. So we're going to be using this, and then of course we're going to be using the brand new Mix and Match Gelatos 50s Diner. Really, really pretty. Look at, there's teal in there. Okay. And the other thing that was in the kit was the textural accent sampler. So you have some glaze, some gel medium, and a little bit of gesso. So we'll be using that tonight. And then we're also going to use, I provided you with a whole bunch of these cute little prints that you can use in your pages. So we'll be using some of those tonight, and then maybe some stamps and stuff like that. Now, I'm not going to open this one because there's just no point. I have a whole bunch of my samples here. So I'm going to put this one off to the side, and I'm just going to grab the big pots because mine are already open. So hang on. Sorry about that. I wanted to grab them because there's no point in me opening a sampler pack. And the colors that I'm going to need, I should separate them. And so go ahead, for those of you that are following along, open up your packs, okay? And for those of you that are watching, be patient. One of the things, you guys, tonight, and I'm going to warn you right now, this show is going to go maybe a little bit longer than usual. I'm not sure we'll actually be able to finish this entire thing, so I might have to do it in 2 parts, so we may have to do another show right away. So I may do like a show on a Monday or a Wednesday or something like that, just to finish it up. What was I going to tell you? Yeah, so go ahead and open it up, and I would just leave these off to the side. I wouldn't necessarily put the pages together, and then you don't need this, so that can be absolute garbage. Okay, so let's do one page at a time. I'm going to pull out the ones that I need. I believe it's this one. Let's see, it says the names. It's blood orange. I need banana. And let's see, that's banana. I need squid ink. I need this one. And then I need one of these guys and one of these guys. There we go. Okay, ta-da. And by all means, throughout, if you have any other colored gelatos and if you want to use them, just use them. Okay, this is in particular the kit. I may go ahead, because I know so many of you have so many other colors, I am going to go ahead and use several other colors if I can. But for now, let's just use this one, okay? So the cover, if you want to follow along, please follow along. I have not a problem with that. So the first thing that we're going to do is we're going to take the first page, and we're going to take a little bit of water. Now, Faber-Castell does have their own little spritz bottles too. I'm just going to use this one because it's filled already and it's here. And what I'd like to do is I'm going to go ahead and just spritz a little bit of the journal border to get it wet, okay? And you'll see some of it soaking in, okay? But just get it a little bit wet, just like that. Now, the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to start with my red, okay? And I'm going to start with my red right here. And I'm almost going to, I don't know if you can see I'm almost like scraping the paint onto here and really getting it nice and thick on there, okay? And then really just getting it really nice and thick, okay? Just like so. Just about right there, okay? And just getting the sides right here. Almost like squishing it, if you will, all right? I'm making a little bit of a mess, which is totally fine. The next one I'm going to grab is I'm going to grab my yellow, and it's a little bit dry because it dries very, very quickly. And I'm going to do the exact same thing with my yellow. Almost scraping it, chunkiness, and allowing it to just get right in there, okay? Just like so, and really, really deep, okay? You want it really nice and bright. The next one I'm going to grab is I'm going to apply a little bit more water, and I'm going to grab my gray, which is called the Squid Ink, which has become one of my absolute favorite colors. And I'm going to do the exact same thing. I'm going to just really scrape and get really in there, okay? Just like that. And then this video will be up forever, so don't worry. You can watch this over and over, okay? So if you don't have these items tonight, no worries. Use a different color, or just wait till you get your order and you can play along. Okay, and we're going to do the same thing with the blue. And don't worry if the colors blend together. That's kind of the whole point. So just allow that to happen. Okay, just like so. Can we see that? And I know the camera shows the colors a little bit differently, but pretty darn close. And then what I'm going to do is I do want to cover almost the entire thing in water. I may need a little bit more water. If you guys don't mind, I'm just going to step out and grab a little bit of water. I have a sink in here, so it's very quick. I always thank my sink for being here. It's like a lifesaver. Okay, and we're just going to go ahead and we're going to start getting this really nice and wet. Okay, and we want, we're starting to get a little bit of orange. Okay, and now we're just going to allow this to drip. But I kind of want this to be a little bit methodical. So I'm going to take a paper towel, if I can get one. What are the boards made out of? That's a very good question. What are the boards made of? Let's see. Does it say here? It's just called a journal board. I have no idea. I don't know, you guys. It doesn't give me the actual properties of the board. So I can't tell you, but it's super thick, as you can tell, which is really, really fabulous. And you want to start getting a little bit of drip marks, okay? Just like that. And sometimes I like to even grab my cloth and allow that to drip. And I love that curve right there. I almost want it to stay just like that. Okay, and I'm just allowing it to drip. Moving it around, allowing it to drip. Lots and lots of fun. Now I do want a little bit more blue, so I'm going to go ahead and add a little bit of blue right there, because I can. Okay, just going right in there. It's kind of a light blue, right? So it kind of gets washed out a little bit by the gray. Excuse me, I choked. Okay. Perfect. And then allowing that blue to almost swoop over into the yellow. Gorgeous. Love that. Okay. I really want this to stay just like that, so I'm kind of being careful about that. And then what I want to do is I want to take a little bit of my brush that comes in your kit, and you're going to go ahead and do a little bit of blending right there. See that? And it takes away some of those stark lines that you have, and then clean that off, and then do exactly the same thing right here. Okay, just like that, and it takes away those really yucky lines. Fabulous. Isn't that gorgeous? Don't you love that? Love, love, love. And then I'm going to go ahead and give this a really nice quick heat set, get it nice and dry. Any questions, anybody? Questions, anybody? No? Aren't they funky? Gorgeous colors, right? So creamy too. Oh, I love that. Let's see. Yeah, we will post it tonight, you guys. Don't worry. Now it's going to take a little bit for this board to dry because I super saturated it, right? No, Ranger didn't replace anything. I don't know. I should call them. They probably forgot. Oh, really? Would this work on heavy cardstock? This technique, it would warp your paper quite a bit. I would try to use it maybe on watercolor paper or mixed media paper. That would be a little bit better than heavy cardstock for sure. That would make a really big difference. Okay, this is super wet, you guys, like super duper wet. So I'm just really drawing this up. And I have a lot on here, so I'm just pulling some of that off. I'm just bending it. I love this board. It's just so fun to play with. Really, really fun and easy because you can bend it back to its shape and it goes right back to flat. It's really cool. All right, what do you guys think? Pretty cute, huh? Really lovely. So what I want to do, because one of the things that you'll notice is because the gelatos are water soluble, if you add any other medium, which I may, I want to make sure that I coat them. So in your kit, you all have some glaze in there, okay? I have a pot here, so I'm just going to use this one because I like to use the big ones that they send me, but you guys have that in your kit, so don't worry if you're like, where is mine? It's in your kit. It just comes in a squirt bottle instead of a big pot like this, okay? So I'm opening this one up. This one is a brand new one. Apparently I ran out of the other one because I can't find it. Thought I had an opened one. So I'm going to go ahead and just take a brush, and you know, like one of these brushes really works, okay? And I'm just going to give this a very light glaze over, okay? And then I know that it's nice and protected. And if I add, you know, some more water or gesso and stuff, it's not going to blend with what I currently have already. Okay. So as you can tell, you know, one page sometimes takes a little bit of time. So, okay. And you guys will have more than enough in your kit to create this, okay? So you don't use a whole lot. Okay, so I'm just glazing it over. and it'll have a gorgeous, gorgeous little finish at the end. Okay. And as you can see, it doesn't really run with the, that's why I dried it really well, right? So I'm going to go ahead and close that up. And usually what you want to do is you want to kind of let that sit. So we're going to let it sit just for a moment because we're going to cut something up and then we're going to come right back to it. Okay. And I need a garbage because my garbage is upstairs. I don't know what I was thinking. And what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our printed pieces, okay? And the one that I was going to use is I was going to use a butterfly, but I was also going to use one of these guys. So we're going to go ahead and cut these up. All right, any of them, it doesn't matter. I gave you lots, so there's lots of different options. And let's do this one right here, just for fun, just because I like that one. Super duper cute. Ooh, I like that one a lot. And we're just going to let this dry just for a moment. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and grab some foam dots or foam tape, either one. Foam dots, foam tape, whatever works, whatever you have on hand. This is cheap foam tape. So I'm actually going to double it up because I don't like this one very much. I find that it's a little bit too thin. And I like it doubled. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Double it up. Just like that. Just like that. Fabulous. Perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead, and is this pretty dry? It is dry about right here, so that's kind of perfect. And we're going to apply that right there. It's going to be a very simple cover, and I love it. Okay. And then the next thing that we're going to do is we're going to grab our gorgeous butterflies. And I really love these. I mean, they're so vibrant. And because we don't have green on here, I thought it'd be really great to add some green. So we're going to add that little butterfly. Okay. And we're going to cut this one up. Any questions, anybody, that we have so far? Yeah, there's 6 pages along with 3 rings. They're awesome. All right, just like that. Okay, look how cute this one is. And do you notice how simple yet so perfect? So what you want to do is you want to just add a little bit of glue right there. So I need a little bit of glue. So I have some Fabri-Tac right here. So let's use a little bit of Fabri-Tac. Hopefully it's not plugged. Sometimes I leave my stuff open so that it gets plugged. It's not good. Oh, there we go. It's not plugged at all. Perfect. And then what we're going to do is we're just going to place it right there, just in the middle of its body, right? So that it kind of pops out. Just like that. Now, one of the things that you want to do, this is pretty, still a little bit wet, which is totally fine. Just holding it. Give it a moment. So here's the thing, right? If you guys want more kits, I can get more kits. All you need to do, so here's the deal, you guys. All you need to do is you need to email me. Yvonne, can you please put my email address down? weber2bs.lemore@gmail.com. Send me an email or a message on Facebook that you want a kit, and I can go ahead and have them ordered. So they'll just take a little bit. They take about a week to arrive here and then a week to arrive to you. Okay. And then I can go ahead and have those sent to you. Put them together for you. What do you guys think? Is this not the cutest? And I'm going to give this a quick heat set just to dry some of that glaze up a little bit. Just a little bit, because I want to add another little piece over the top. And I love the green on the butterfly, right? Okay. And please just say that you want like the 50s diner gelato kit, and I'll know what the heck you are talking about. All right. Okay. So it's not perfectly dry, however, it's fine, right? So now you're going to take your gesso, and you do have this in your kit as well, and it comes in just a little squirt thing. So you're going to just squirt some on your page, and then you're going to add a little bit of water, or your mat, I'm sorry, and you're going to add a little bit of water. So I'm going to take a fan brush, which I have right here, and you guys have seen me do this technique before. So you're going to take, you're going to scoop a little bit out. I need a scoop. Here's my scoop from Faber-Castell. Okay, you're not going to need a whole lot, okay, just about that much. Because I know you guys have the squirt bottle, so you don't have a ton of gesso. Okay, and then we're going to add a little bit of water, just to water it down a little. And then we're going to stir it around. And if it's still a little bit thick like mine is, just go ahead and add a little bit more water. Okay, just like so. Love it. And then watch your computer screen. Okay, and we're going to give it like those funky little spots everywhere. Okay, look, I already got it on my computer, but it just gives it a little bit more of an artsy look. Okay, not fun? Super fun, right? Okay, and then you can go ahead and just wipe that up with a little bit of your paper towel or whatever you've got, so it's not in the way. Okay, so we can go ahead and just wipe all of this off. I never clean my mouths. I'm so bad. I'm so bad. And then we're going to give it a quick heat set. Oh, who's having troubles with internet? Oh, Dawn. Uh-oh. My heat gun's smelling. I hope we don't have another issue. Oh my goodness, Vaughn, that's horrible. I'm so sorry. You have had it rough, Vaughn. Yeah, we have a lot of viewers on tonight. It's been going up. It went up to like 116 and stuff. So just be patient. We're trying to answer as many questions as we can for you, but it takes time because the chat's going very fast. Okay. Just be patient, my friends. We love you. Okay. That's pretty dry. It's a little bit wet here and there, but oh, where's the camera? Isn't that cute? All right. So what I want to do here, which I should have done before, is I'm going to take my Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft. This is the big brush pen, or the Stampers Big Brush Pen. It's also, if you look at it, if you're going to buy it, it'll say on there, it says Pitt Artist Pen Big Brush. Okay, so just so you know. And what this is, it's India ink. It's waterproof. It's really fabulous. I absolutely love, love, love to work with it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to spell art, and part of the journaling thing is kind of getting over my fear of writing stuff. Okay, and doing it that way. And I'm going to make it kind of fun and nice here in a moment. And then I'm just going to flicker this way, flicker that way, flicker this way, flicker that way. Just lots of fun little details on my art just to make it a little bit of fun. And I'm going to make this part a little bit thicker than the other part. Okay, just to make the lettering a little bit more fun. Okay, so this one thick, and then this one a little bit thinner. Okay, and then the same thing here, make this one a little bit thicker and that one a little bit thinner. Just like that. This is so fun. Super duper duper cute. Okay, and then we're going to do like a little guy right there. Isn't that cute? Adorable. All right, good enough. Good enough. And I'm just, you know, I'm trying to be a little bit of a perfectionist, as you guys can tell. Okay, there we go. That's as much as I'm going to do, but I really wanted to show you that. Okay, so that's the first page. So we can go ahead and put this on the side, or you guys can go ahead and work on the back. But for the purpose of this show, I'm just going to grab a different board so that we can allow this to sit, because I know that tonight we're not going to be able to get through the whole thing, so I'm going to put this off to the side for a moment. So I'm going to grab the next page. Okay, because there's essentially 12 sides, right? So I don't think we can even get through 6 tonight. All right. Now, the next one that I'm going to do is really, really fun. Fun, 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 and super duper easy. And we're going to use just the 2 colors, okay? And maybe we'll use the 3. Maybe we'll use 3, but 2 for sure, okay? So we're going to start by putting, what am I going to do? Oh, I was going to do a little bit of gel media. No, I'm not. I'm going to go ahead and just apply a little bit of red, okay, just like right here, and a little bit of red about right there, okay, and then the yellow. And I should tell you the names in case you want them. This is a blood orange, and this is banana, okay, and about right here, just like that, and then about right there, and then kind of in between. And as you kind of put them together, you'll see they'll start to get turn into orange, which is really, really fun, which is actually what you want, right? And just like that. And then we're going to put just a tiny bit of red like in between here for fun, just like that. And for a lot of fun, we're just going to add a little bit of blue in the middle, because I've decided, made an executive decision, and it turns into a little bit of green because of the yellow and blue, which is exactly what we want. Okay, so you're like, ooh, that's really ugly. Yeah, it is, but that's not the point. We're gonna go ahead and start spraying this with a little bit of water. Okay, just like that. So get the board really nice and wet. Okay, this is a different technique than we've done before. And then we're going to go ahead and take a brush, any brush, okay? And what you're going to want to do is you're going to want to have a either paper towel or something to wipe off the brush, because first you want to start moving some of these colors around, okay? And blending, but not, you know, not crazily. You want to have the red be red, and you want the yellow to be yellow, and then on the edges you want it to start blending with the orange, just like that. Okay, clean it off and allow the yellow. If you find it's really dry, add a little bit of water. Okay, just like that. And then allow the blue and the yellow to just blend together to create that green. You may need a little bit of water. Okay. Just like that. Gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. It's coming together. Just be patient. Going to be adding layers to this anyway. Okay. Some places will be lighter, some places will be darker. I order them. I order these kits if you right from Faber-Castell Design Memory Craft. Okay. Yeah. Okay, and I find that as soon as it gets a little bit dry, because the board soaks up all the water, I just go ahead and add a little bit more water. Okay, just like so, and I wipe the excess, and then I just go ahead and swirl it around. And if I want to add a little bit more gelatos because I want it to be a little bit darker, I can go ahead and do that. Okay, but at first I'm just kind of blending the colors in. Okay, and I want a little bit more yellow in certain places, so then I just go ahead and make it darker, just like that. Aren't they so fun and blendable? They're yummy. They're yumminess. So, so yummy. And because your brush is already nice and wet, they just continue to blend, right? This is kind of like the process where you'll really enjoy creating. And just make sure you always have some water with you. Okay. And we need a little bit more red. It needs to be a little bit darker in certain spots. So we can go ahead and do that. And I try to sometimes go in a circular type motion because I find it takes some of those really stark lines that I may not like. Okay. Do we have any questions, anybody? This is just, you know, the process of blending, right? And so everybody's work will kind of look a little bit different. But I love how there's that blue in the middle right now. And you can add just a tiny bit more for fun. So yum. And we need a little bit more water there. Okay, I'll clean my brush off just a little bit and have it blend. And we can even go ahead and take some of our baby wipe and just wipe some of that off, and that'll be super fun. Look how gorgeous that is. Don't you love that? It's like it pops out. And I know on screen it kind of looks white, but it actually is blue. So that's really, really fun. And I want to add just a little bit of hints of blue here and there. And then I'm just going to go ahead with my finger a little bit, actually. Okay. Just like that. Beautiful. Not too much, just a little bit. Just a little. Fabulous, fabulous. And then it just kind of blends a little bit. We're going to add a little bit of red right here around the edges. Because once I start, you guys know, I just can't stop. I just can't get enough. I just can't get enough. Somebody commented on my video the other day that I talk too much. Okay, what do you guys think? Fabulous? Good. Good enough. This is our first layer, so who cares, right? We're going to go ahead and give this a quick heat set before we add our second layer. Glaze with gelatos. I just use the glaze on here. It's really cool. All right. I think that's kind of good enough. Yes? Yes. So the next layer that I'd like to do is I'd like to go ahead and add just a very light background stamp, okay, or stencil. Right, let's do stencil for fun, all right? And I'm going to do it with a little bit of water. So what I'm going to do is I have my my new Tim Holtz stencils here. So I think I'm going to use some just because I think it's a lot of fun. And I'm just grabbing the one that I like. I think this one is really, really cool. So let's use that one. But for this technique, you can use any stencil you can possibly think of, okay? Anything you want is just fine. You can even, just anything. Anything works, okay? So I'm going to grab this, and I'm going to grab my gesso, which you have in your kit. And then I am going to take a paintbrush. No, not a paintbrush, sorry, my stipple brush, the one that you got in your kit. Make sure it's fairly clean. Otherwise, you're going to get like red and stuff on it. I sometimes clean it with my baby wipes. That works really, really great, actually. Okay, so wipe that off. Okay. Pretty clean. Clean enough. As clean as it's going to get. And then I'm just going to dip my brush a little bit in the gesso and just take some of it off on my mat so that it's not completely dripping wet. Does that make sense? And, oh, actually, I'm going to start about right here. You want to start right at the edge or it's going to look really weird on you. All right? And you're going to stipple away. Okay? Get right in there. And you can use any stencil of your choice. You can make your stencils. You can use this stencil if you want. You can, this is kind of art journaling, so it's really freeing. Like, you know, you don't have to go buy, you know, all like 100 million stencils. You can even use something that you have around the house. But I just happen to have these, so I'm going to use them tonight. Okay. If you hear singing, that is my husband. He must be a happy man tonight. I'm not sure why, but he's having fun with the kids and he's singing upstairs. So he always sings. He's hilarious. He's such a character, that guy. Perfect. Almost done. Make sure you cover it all up. If you don't have gesso and you have white acrylic paint, use white acrylic paint. Use any paint, really. But ta-da, look how cool that is, right? Fun, fun, fun in the sun. So I don't usually clean my stencils, but I'm going to right now for fun. Because I don't necessarily like gesso on my stencils. I find that it really, it gets too crusty and yucky. It's not like acrylic paint, so it's too chalky, and I don't like that feeling of it. So I'm just going to go ahead and do that. Okay, just like that. And so now it's somewhat clean for the next time I have to use it. Perfect. So I'm going to go ahead and give this a quick heat set. Perfect. So now I am going to take, I really want, I don't think I have any. Oh, I do. I have some stars. I kind of wanted some stars because I have these stencils and using them. But like I said, please use anything you want. I'm just grabbing, I'm going to see if I have some circles, but I don't think I do. No, I don't, which is okay. I can make my own little circles, which is totally, totally fine. And we can actually use our little gelatos. So what we're going to do is we're going to take our gelatos, because we're really creative, right, you guys? And we're going to take like just a, what are these called? Like journaling pens, okay? And we're going to do this in black, if you can. Let's use this side. And we're going to create little circles. These are so much fun. This is creative journaling, okay? Can you hear Ava singing? She's so funny. So circle number 1, can you guys see it? Okay. And we're going to have maybe one of them join the other one. When you don't have a stencil, you grab what you have, right? Which is kind of what I'm trying to portray to you guys today. You don't need to have everything that I have on here to create some similar techniques. Okay. Just like that. And I just missed a little piece, so I'm just going to go ahead and do that. And then we have some, we're going to put some circles right here. Okay, and then just like that. Oops, what's happening? I think it's because the journal board is a little bit wet, so my black is not working. So give me a minute. I'm just reactivating it. There we go. You know when sometimes it gets, the nib gets wet, it doesn't quite work. I know it's hard to see, but it'll pop out in just a moment when I do a couple more things. And we're just going to do about one more about right there. Right there. Okay. Come on, baby. Work for me. Work for me. There we go. All right. I'm just going to go in and get it nice and dark. Don't try to be perfect either, please. Don't be perfectionists. Okay, just like that. Now the next thing that I'm going to do is I'm going to take this stencil right here, which is stars, THS008. And we're going to do a whole bunch of little stars with this guy. And we're going to grab the same brush and we're going to do the same thing with the gesso. And we're just going to do big ones, little ones, here and there. Okay. Just like that. Cute, hey? Cute, cute, cute. And then we're going to do maybe a big one right here, just because it's fun. Ta-da. Ooh, love that. Love these stars. They're so fun. Fun, fun, fun. I used to hate stars. Can you believe that? I don't know why. I used to have this thing about stars. Just couldn't stand them. I'm weird. I go through phases of things I like and things I don't. Very strange woman. Okay. Ta-da. Okay. Just like that. Simple, simple, simple. So we're going to go ahead and close our gesso. Give this a very quick heat set. Now, what we want to do is we actually want these guys to be blue. But in order for them to be blue, what we're going to have to do is we're going to have to paint them with a little bit of white gesso. So you're going to take a fine brush. You're going to take some gesso. That's why it doesn't matter if you were coloring it with black or blue or whatever. Take some gesso and you're going to get right in there, okay? And you're going to color that up, that circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, but just color it up, okay? And don't worry about the lines because those will get covered anyhow. And then you're going to go ahead and do the same thing right here. And and we'll add some journaling to this. I'll show you how to do some creative journaling on this thing. And there's my hair, which does not need to be in here. Okay. And you will see these will be blue in just a moment, as soon as we dry these up and add the blue gelato. Okay. Fabulous. Now I'm going to go ahead, close this up, and give it a quick heat set again. Okay, so it's, yeah, they're pretty dry. So now what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to go ahead and apply a whole bunch of gelato onto my spray mat, okay, or my craft mat, whatever you want to call it, and get it really nice and in there, okay? And then I'm going to just clean my brush off, the one that I had used earlier for the gesso. You can use the same one, it doesn't matter, okay? Clean that off, and I have my cloth about way too far away. And you want to spray just a tiny bit of water. And the reason you want to spray a tiny bit of water, you just want to allow them to blend a little bit so that they're easy to apply as a paint versus a gel. Okay, so not too much. Don't do too much water. You want them to still be fairly dark. Okay, and we're going to apply just a tiny bit more because that's how I like it. And then I'm going to go ahead and paint my circles. And if I find they're a little bit too light, I may even go and apply the gelato stick right on the circle, which sometimes with this color, I love this color, but I find that it's a little bit light sometimes. Or sometimes you almost need to do a second coat. Okay. So just like that. Perfect. Fun, huh? Fun, fun, fun. Do we have any questions? Can you guys see that? Isn't that cute? I love it. I just love it. And I really want to keep those stars nice and white because I think they look really great. And what's great is that if you put glaze over top, they'll really pop after. So I'm just going to clean this up. And what I'd like to show you is a little bit of some fun art journaling. So you can do that too. So what you're going to do is you're going to take your heat gun, actually, you're going to dry this up. Make sure this is nice and dry before you do any sort of art journaling. And I really like that pop of black on the circles. So I'm actually going to go ahead and go around the circles again and have them pop a little bit. Okay. Do you guys see why we can't get through however many art journal pages there is in this thing? It's because each page kind of has its own little technique, right? And I kind of really want to give each page its own attention. Okay. So my pen is dying on me though. It's because the journal board is still a little tiny bit wet. So just give me a second for it to revive itself. I may have to use a different, uh-oh, did I kill it? I might have killed it. Let's see if I can use a different one. Kill another one. Let's kill one more. shall we? A little bit of a thicker one, maybe that'll work. Gets a little bit of gelato on it, and I think that's why. So just be careful not to get too much wax on it. Okay. So almost might maybe wipe it after every application so it doesn't build up gelato on the tip. I think that's what's happening. Yeah, it's exactly what's happening. Okay. There's lots of questions tonight. The Rays Are a Stencil by Tim Holtz. Okay. Do you see how they pop a little bit now? You know, pop, right? So a little bit better. So with journaling, and hang on, I'm just going to revive this puppy over here. I use these a lot. So one of the things that I was talking about creative journaling when we talk about our October challenge is, you know, usually, you know, you take an actual art journal with lines and you journal away. Whereas this, you can create your art and then you can, you know, go ahead and start writing right on here, right? And you can be like, you know, and I'm just going to write a couple lines, that's it. Being free and what I create gives me confidence and everything else I need to take charge in. Right? So this is creative journaling, right? Really, really fun. So taking like a stencil and starting to write all around it. So I'm going to go ahead after and continue writing whatever it is that I want to write, but this is kind of the idea. All right. So we're going to go ahead and put this page off to the side. But what you want to do after you're done this, you can go ahead with your glaze that's in your kit, right? And I use the big one, but go ahead with your glaze and then glaze it over so that if any water or anything falls on it, you don't need to worry about it. All right. So we'll put this one off to the side. So for those of you that are late, these are the 2 pages that we've done so far. Okay, really pretty. And this is nice and dry now. So really, really gorgeous. Okay. Next, on to another piece of board. What time do we have? 7:59. Oh, good. We have lots of time, you guys. Look at we're already on page number 3. How crazy is that, right? So I want to do a little bit of a different type of, I want to use a different medium on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to take some, is this modeling paste? Nope. So if you have modeling paste or texture paste or something like that at home, go ahead, or you can also make your own. There's lots of fabulous recipes on Pinterest. And so what you're going to do is you're going to take some modeling paste, okay, and you're going to apply some onto your page, just like that, just right here, okay, just like this. And I may need a little bit more, but that's okay. And so this is from Faber-Castell, but you can use any knife that you want. And I had some yellow on there, but don't worry about it. And I'm just gonna apply it just like this, okay? Apply it nice and thick, like you're buttering your toast, okay? Butter your toast, butter your toast. Watch the holes, don't block them. Like you can use these guys, right? These guys, or you know, if you have a thin one, use this one. Like whatever you have at home, just use it, okay? Don't worry if you don't have the same tools that I have, and I know some of you get concerned about that, but you don't have to have every tool, even though I know we want to. And I don't want to break your bank. It's not the whole point. The point about art journaling is just really being able to be creative and having fun. Okay. So just go ahead and continue applying that on. And like I said, I do need a little bit more. And so I'm going to go ahead and just leave that open right beside me. Okay. Just like so. Buttering our toast, buttering our toast. Okay, this is good enough. I'm going to close this up because this dries really, really quick. And I hate it when it dries up on me. And now what I'm doing is I'm making sure it's really nice and flat on there. As much as possible. And this is just texture, okay? And this technique works really great on a board like this because it's nice and thick. It can take the amount of medium that's being put on here. Okay. Once this is kind of fairly even, doesn't have to be perfect, but fairly even, okay, you can go ahead and put this in water. And now what you're going to do is you're going to grab like a kitchen tool or anything you want. I have these guys. These are really great. They're like texture palettes, but you can grab anything. Like honestly, you could grab even the stipple brush and create this. You could grab like the end of a paintbrush, right, where your paintbrush has this, and create the same thing that I'm going to make. And I'm just going to take this guy and create little ridges on my page. There's like tons of kitchen tools that do this, so don't feel like you don't have the right tool. Okay, just like that. Okay, isn't this fun? Do you see that? And so now I applied this on really, really thick, but I want to go ahead and clean that off first of all. Don't want to keep that on there. And we're going to heat set this for a moment. Do you have any questions? Anybody? Exactly. You can use a fork for this technique. I applied this on really thick, so I just need to, well, it's actually almost dry. That's pretty good. That's impressive. Very, very impressive. That's right, a salad fork. That sounds fabulous. Yes, a wide tooth comb for sure. See, look at you guys. Look at you guys go. Okay, that's pretty good. So we're gonna let that sit for a moment. And now I'm gonna do, look at like all the different techniques that you can use, right? With just like 4 gelatos, right? How crazy is that? So what you wanna do next is you wanna take, I'm gonna put this away. You wanna take your gelatos and you want to apply them right onto your mat, okay? I like to apply them right on my mat like this. And then you're going to get the red, and you're going to do the same thing. Okay. And you're going to get the yellow, and you're going to do the same thing. There's so many ways to do this technique. I'm just showing you one. Okay. You're going to grab the gray, and then you're going to spray them with water, just like we did earlier. And you're going to mix each one. So let's clean this brush off a little bit. Okay. And you're going to mix that up. Perfect. Clean your brush off. Mix this one up. Make sure it's really nice and mixed up. Clean your brush off. Do the same thing for all of these. Okay. Don't worry if your brush is not perfectly clean. It's fine. It'll be just fine. Just make sure that they're at least somewhat blended. And then I go ahead and add just a tiny bit more water. And then with my water brush, this is a water brush, I go ahead and apply right onto the page. Okay? And then I spray the page and allow them to run down these little fun streaks. And I try to get some of the darker ones on the top. And if you spray the page, they'll just run. Okay? And you want to do the exact same thing for the yellow. Okay. Just like that. Can you guys see that? My frame. This is a fun little technique that you can use. And I actually saw this technique. Where did I see this technique being done? I think I saw this technique being done at CHA this time around. So somebody was doing a little demo. It wasn't with Gelatos, but it was with the texture. So I just thought that what a cool idea to put on an art journal. So fun. And the blue I find is a little bit light, so maybe instead of doing it here, what I'm going to do, I'm actually going to get this really nice and wet. You can do this with light colors, and you can apply it just right on there. Just right on the top there, you guys. Okay. And then we'll allow it to just run. You can help it along by putting some, oh, it's turning brown. I don't want that. Don't want it to turn brown. Can you guys see the blue? Really fun. Really, really fun. Still a little bit wet here, so I'm just going to give it a quick heat set. My modeling paste is a little bit wet right there. Okay. Oh, it's still wet. That's okay. You guys get the idea of this technique, I think. I think you guys get the idea, don't ya? Don't ya? And then we're going to help it along. Just cleaning my brush a little bit. Just going to help it along to stream down. Isn't that cool? I know the lighting's a little bit off, so it's a little bit hard to see, but I just want it just like that. And then you can do the gray if you want to. The gray is obviously much more of a contrast, right? Stark little contrast that it gives. Not too much. I don't want a whole lot on here. Just a little bit, and darker on the top, of course. Okay. Isn't this fun? I love this. So it almost looks like a graffiti wall. I don't know what it looks like. It's really fun anyhow. And then I'll give this whole thing a nice heat set. And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to take, this is so much fun. I love to do this. I'm going to take my Liquitex fluid acrylic ink because I have it. You can use any acrylic ink and just water it down and do the exact same technique. So you don't need to have what I have. And I'm just trying to find my fan brush, which I put right there. Okay. And I'm going to, what if something happened to it? I'm going to dip it in here. Okay. And facing away from your computer, you're going to do the exact same thing. Because there's water on there, I just love it. Okay. It almost gives it more of a graffiti look. And I just got some on my teacup. Gross. And then I want also globs like that on there. Okay. Globs, just like that. Fabulous. Love it. Just going to let that sit for 1 second. And then what I'd like to do is I'm going to take one of my butterflies, which I love this teal one. I think it's, or blue. It's really fun. I'm going to cut that one out. Okay. And are you guys having fun tonight? Are you guys learning something? I think you are. Are you guys on overload? And then I'm just going to give this a very quick heat set. It's fun, isn't it? I use those Fiskars wires for fussy cutting. And then you guys have, most of you have black gelato. So if you have a black gelato, go ahead and take, and you can do this with black acrylic paint if you don't. Not the same quite effect, but you can go ahead and just do the edges a little bit and grungy it up. Just the edges right here. You don't want the whole thing. Kind of goes with the theme I'm going with. Okay, look how fun that is. And it's such graffiti type look. Can you see that? How the gelatos really picks up the texture when you rub it. Can you guys see that? Really fun, right? So really, really like that. And because we want kind of that blue to pop a little bit more, now that this is a little bit dry, I'm going to go ahead and go with my blue right here to give it a little bit more of a pop of color because I thought it kind of left a little bit muted. Okay. Just like that. Isn't that cool? Now the blue really pops, right? And then I'm going to go ahead and just put my butterfly down. I'm going to do that with the gel medium that you have in your kit. Okay. So I'm going to take a paintbrush, a dry one if I can. I have a whole bunch of paintbrushes that I really need to clean. So I can go ahead, grab the gel medium and apply right onto the butterfly. You really want to get some on there because there's so much texture on this page that you want to make sure that it's really adhered. Okay. We're going to apply it right there, just like so. That is so much fun. And you can go ahead and grab your gel medium and even apply it right over the top of the butterfly. And what it does is it adheres right to the page. It becomes one with the page. Okay, close your gel medium up so it doesn't dry up, and we'll give it another quick heat set. Okay, loving it, right, you guys? So last but not least, I kind of want a little bit of drippage out of the butterfly. So I think I'm just going to take, you know, one of my water brushes that I was using earlier and just have it like flow out. I just want blotchiness like that. Just want, that's what I wanted. I don't know why, but that's kind of, I just wanted messiness right by the butterfly. I just did. Okay, and maybe a little bit of black down here. Not too much, but just a bit. Love it. Love it. Okay, fabulous. And then have it roll. All right. So you can go ahead and, you know, you can add a sentiment here, like you can do tons of different things, but I just kind of wanted to show you this really fun technique that you can do with this particular board, right? And you can bend it back to its shape once you're done creating with it, and it goes right back to normal. So for those that were late, here's the 3 pages that we've made so far. We've done, whoops, I'm dripping everywhere. Hang on. Hang on, hang on, hang on. Making a mess over here. We made this cover, and my computer's about to die. Hang on. Ah, hang on, hang on, hang on. My computer's about to die. Forgot to plug in. There we go. We almost had a mishap, you guys. So this guy right here, which is really fun. We did this guy, really, really fun. And last but not least, we did this one. Okay, so I think we should do one more. What do you guys think? Should we do one more? It's 8:20. Yes, 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 yes. All for yes. Speak up now or forever hold your peace. Okay, I am cleaning this area because it's a little bit gunky. Kind of hard to create in a gunky area. All right. Yes, yes, yes. All right. Let's do one more, and I think maybe we can use I don't know, some stenciling or something like that. Okay, so let's do some, let me think here. I'm gonna actually go ahead and cover this entire, oh no, I know what I'm gonna do. I'm going to go ahead and take a piece of paper. You can take any paper you want. I'm going to use, I had some leftover. This is Studio Calico from a project. What is this called? Newsprint. Okay, so I'm just going to take some newsprint. You can even use a book. You can use an old book if you want to. And you're going to take some pieces and you're going to apply them throughout. And you're going to use your gel medium. Okay. And we're going to need that brush again. little bit of gel medium. So I'm going to apply it like that. Okay. A little bit on the top, not too much. Not too much. And you're going to apply a little bit right here. It's the ink I used is Liquitex Extra Fluid ink. Okay, that's what it is, if you're wondering. That's all that is. And we are going to apply that about right there. Fabuloso. Just like that. Perfect, perfect, perfect. And then we're going to heat set this really quick. Now, what I'm going to do, I know that some of you did not purchase this kit, but you're kind of wondering how some of the other colors work. So that you got in the really large kit, because some of you bought the really large kit, which is fine. So why don't I go ahead and use some of, some other colors just for fun, right? Just to show you how you can do this with really anything. So I'll use some of these colors, but as well as maybe some other ones, okay? And so I'm going to go ahead and apply all around the edges here. I'll do the yellow. You don't have to be perfect, but you want to get right around the edges, okay? Just like that. And you want to almost cover your whole thing, okay? Okay, just like that. And then before I do anything, I actually like to go ahead and rub with my fingers, because I find that you get a really nice intense color when you do it this way. Can you guys see? I just want to show you. Look how intense that is, right? Really gorgeous color, right? So that's what you get for using your finger versus water. Whereas if I put water, it would be significantly more muted. Okay. And I'm going to go ahead and do that. Right? Really cool. Really nice and rich and bright. And then you really want to go ahead and clean your hands off for the next layer. Otherwise, you're going to find that you're not going to be able to do it very well. And then the next color that I'm going to use, let's do the red, just for fun. But maybe later we'll use a different blue or something. And so, no, we're not going to use that one. We're going to use, the gray around the edges, because we're going to have this really pop. So we're going to blend and almost have that be like a shadow. Okay. Right at the top right here as well. You'll have so much fun creating with gelatos. It's just way too much fun. Okay, that's what we have so far. Fabulous, fabulous. I think so. Okay, and then let's take actually a stamp. And this is, I believe, the Layers of Life. I think it's the October kit. Does it say on here what month it is? September 2013. And we're going to take, but you can take any stamp of your choice. And I'm going to use this because I haven't quite used it yet. I got it a little bit late, so. And I'm going to take my Stampers Big Brush Pen, so I'll use that in a moment. But before I do that, I'm going to go ahead and maybe use another one of my stencils for fun, because I have them right here and they're just fun to use. So let's use, this one's kind of fun too. Let's see here. Do we need to zoom in a bit? Is that better? Okay. Sorry about that, you guys. Sorry, sorry, sorry. Let's use this guy. And maybe we'll also use this guy for fun, just because we can. We're going to take this guy, and we're going to give it a little bit of texture. So how we're going to give it texture is kind of the same thing that we did earlier, which is taking our gesso and our little brush. Okay. And we're going to add a little bit of texture throughout. In certain areas, you don't have to be perfect in every area, but just in some. Okay, some places are going to be lighter than others. And you're going to lift. Look how fun that is, right? You're going to do the same thing on the other side. Okay. Lift. Perfect. Gorgeousness. Gorgeous, gorgeous. You're going to put that off to the side. Close your gesso up just a tiny bit. And then I'm just going to clean my stencil off so that it doesn't have gesso all over it, because I hate that. Okay, perfect. And then I'm going to go ahead and take that second one that I said I was going to use, which is this one, and I'm going to use it with black there. And I'll show you how to use it with black gelato, okay, in just a moment. But first I'm going to go ahead and heat set this. Okay, and then I'm going to go ahead and just put this about right there. And I'm going to take my black gelato. You can, if you don't have black gelato, you can take your gray one. But like I said, I promised you I would use a different color, so I'm just using some of the black. And I know it's kind of hard to get in there, but you'll be able to. Just play with it. Get your fingers right in there. You can also use acrylic ink if you don't have black gelato. Don't feel like you need to use, you know, everything that I have, like I said. I know I say this over and over, but, you know, I get emails constantly, right? And sometimes people can't find everything, so I feel bad. But see, isn't that fun? So now I have some black gelato on there. And then kind of want to get a little bit right here as well. I want to have room for the tree, so I'm just going to do maybe a little bit down here. Sorry, I'm a little bit off frame. And there's lots on your fingers, so you can really get into that stencil really well. Look how gorgeous that is, you guys. I love gelatos. They're my favorite. Lovely, right? Lovely, lovely. Lovely, lovely, lovely. Okay. So now what I want to do is, I don't need to really worry about heat setting this quite yet. I'm going to go ahead and use the stamp like I said. And the way that I'm going to use it is I'm not going to use a board. I'm going to use it just like that. And I'm going to use my Stampers Big Brush Pen. And you can literally go ahead, and I love this ink. This is India ink, which is perfect for mixed media because it's permanent. So I don't have to worry about it running everywhere, which I love. Love, love, love. Love, love, love. And I love this stamp. Oh my goodness. Angela at Unity is so, so fabulous. Okay. This Layers of Life kit is so awesome. You get it monthly and you get the coolest stamps ever. Every month. And it's like, I don't know, like $10 or $11 or something. I can sell a stencil kit if you email me. Yes, pre-orders only. If we have enough of them. Okay. Ooh, cool. Look at that. Isn't that nice? And then I want to do that again, just a little bit on the side here. Almost get like a little bit of that, the side of the tree. Let's do that again, just for fun. That's gorgeous. And then it's like you have two trees. And then let's get the little one in there. Let's do the little one. Okay, let's see if I can just get that one. Oh yeah, I can. I can. You guys see that? Super duper cute. Oh yeah, and then just maybe a little bit right there. Oh, it didn't quite work. It was kind of dry. Let's try that up one more time. Fabulous. I know I took that off frame. I'm sorry. Isn't this cool? And it may need a little bit of splash of color. I particularly like it just like this. I don't think it needs anything else. But what's really cool is a little bit of creative journaling. I would start writing all along these cool little ridges, right? So you can start to write, or like all around the page, you can actually do your journaling. So for example, right? I don't know what I'm going to write, but let's say, okay, it has to be one that actually works. So give me a second. What is going on with my, what's going on with my journaling pens today? It's not good, is it? I'm like killing one after the next. I need a whole new set, I think. Let's see if this one works. Barely. Let's say, yeah, like my pens are not working. But anyway, if your pen was working, you would write all along the edges. That's what I would do. And then come right around and wrap yourself up, and then one more time. And so that can create some really fun creative journaling. You could also do it in white, right? Like you could take a white pen and go all around, since there is enough white. But the black will really pop, so that's kind of what I recommend. But really cool page, right? Layers of Life Unity stamp. Well, how much would the Tim Holtz stencil kit cost? Well, let me do the calculation really quick. It would be, let's see here. Hang on. I think there's 13 of them. It's not cheap, you guys, but it would be about $83 for all of them. Yep. Actually, you know, if you bought every single one of them, like if you bought, is that kind of what you're asking, to get all 13 of them? That's what it would be like. That's how much it would be. So it's not cheap. I would actually give it to you guys for, how much did I say, 83? Yeah, I could do 80. For 80, you guys can have them all. So let me know. You can email me and let me know, and I'll see if there's enough interest, then I can go ahead and purchase them all for you. But that's it for this particular page. So this is what we've done so far. And what do you guys think if we reconvene again next week on, let's say, Wednesday? And then we can go ahead, because do we have a show next Tuesday, Yvonne? I can't remember. I don't have my calendar. Let me see here. Do we have one next Tuesday? Next Tuesday. I'm looking on here. I don't think we do. I think we have one on the 22nd. correct? Yvonne can tell me she's my brain power. She's the brains. She's the brains of the family. But I'm thinking next Wednesday we should do we should continue because we have about 2 pages left. And then you guys can work on the back sides yourselves. How does that sound? So this is what we've done so far, which is really fun. All right. Yeah, $80 for all the stencils. Yeah. Do you guys want to do you guys want one more? Do you guys seriously want one more? Because I can do one more if you're up for it. Are you guys up for one more? It's up to you. You guys got to tell me. I don't mind. Curtis is upstairs with the kids, so you guys let me know. Or we can do Wednesday. $22nd is the next show. Okay, why don't I can either stay and do one more, or we can do it Wednesday. Let's do it Wednesday. One more? You guys are so funny. Yes, all right. Let's do one more and then we'll continue on Wednesday. Okay, one more. Let's do one more. So what I'm going to do with this one is I'm actually going to go ahead. You don't have this in your kit, but you can take some black gesso, and you can buy black gesso anywhere in any art supply store. Okay, like seriously anywhere. Okay. And you are going to apply this onto your journal board. Okay. I love black gesso, but it gets everywhere. So that's the only thing you kind of have to watch out for. This will be a really fun but quick page, okay? All right, just like that. You have some black gesso. This one happens to be Claudine Helmuth's Studio from Ranger. And I'm going to heat set this. I make them up as I go. I don't have any of this planned. I never watch my videos after I make them. No, that's a big no-no for me. I hate watching myself. So I don't do it very often, that's for sure. Okay. Next, I'm going to grab, I think I'm going to grab a stencil just because I just kind of love them. I'm kind of obsessed with them being in front of me now, and I just really like them. I think this one's really fun. This really fun clockwork. So let's do that. Let's do that, or yeah, we'll do that. This one's called Clockwork. Okay. And I am going to go ahead and place that about right there. And I want to take my gesso because I think white looks, no, I don't want to take my gesso. What am I thinking? Oh, yes, I do. Sorry. I don't mean to sound stupid. Taking my gesso. I have an idea in my head, and I'm like, what am I doing? Okay, and I'm going to take my gesso, and I'm going to apply that just like that. Okay. Yep, at gmail.com. Okay. And lift. Ooh, so much fun. Fun, 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 you guys. Oh my goodness. This is just stupendous. And I'm going to kind of turn it this way and do the same thing. Not trying to be perfect either. Okay. And lift. Ooh, so much fun, so much fun. Don't you love that? Oh, I love that. Okay. And I am not going to clean this. Yeah, I will. I'm going to clean this up. Let's clean it up because then I'll complain that it's all dirty. Is it okay if someone tags you when they post something they've created that you helped them with? Absolutely. But you know what? It would be really great if you guys shared it on the Lee Weber Creates page or my mixed media group. That really helps because there's so many more people there that kind of look at that stuff. But by all means, tag me and but I would prefer if you guys shared it on my craft pages because I think, our audience is larger there than it is on my Facebook page. Just saying. Okay. And then I'm going to go ahead and heat set this. Okay. So I'm going to bring my stencil back, make sure it's dry, which it's not, so I'm drying it on my mat. And I'm going to apply the stencil the way that I had it before, somewhat, as close as I can, okay, just like this. And then I'm going to take maybe these two, because they're the brightest colors that we have, and that's why I did it with white, is so that it would actually show up when I did the gelatos. Okay. Otherwise, the black, it probably, see if I put red, it doesn't really show up very well. So that's why I did that. Okay. So I'm starting with the red, and I'll continue with the yellow in a moment. Just a second, I'm just lifting this up a little bit. I'm doing some areas obviously darker than others. Some areas will be lighter. Some areas will be darker. And then we'll take the yellow and do the same thing And you'll find that they'll blend and they'll kind of create an orange and yellow, which is what you want. You want blending to occur. So go over the red with a yellow so that you get a variance of color. Okay. And let me do that right here. And left. Can you guys see that? And there's that pop of white, which makes it even more gorgeous. Okay. And then you're going to do, we turned this one over, I believe, correct? And something like this, right? So we'll start with yellow this time. And just because it's in my hands, and then we'll go in with the red. Okay. Oops. And then we'll go in with the red. Look at you guys all staying behind. You guys are troopers. Troopers, troopers. And ta-da. Isn't that cool? I love this. So much fun. And, you know, there's kind of a line there, and if it bugs you, you know, don't worry about it. I would, you know, there's a couple things that you can do. You can do some funky gesso technique on it. Like you could take some gesso, literally. Okay. And like you can create like fun texture on the page where, you know, it becomes a little bit of a graffiti type page. I know you guys are like, ah, what is she doing? But, you know, you can do some really fun stuff with it. I'm not afraid of kind of getting my page funky and dirty. I know you guys might. Okay. So it's just kind of fun and it's grungy and I kind of like it. It's my style. I can even take my finger and do like fun stuff like this. I love that. I love to play with it. And it just looks like it's splashed and oh, it's fun. It doesn't have to be perfect, right? And that's kind of what art journaling is kind of about. And then we can heat set this. And actually, I just thought of something. This is how I think of techniques, is like I start to play and then they kind of come to me. So what I'm going to do is I have a lot of dirty water here, which is not necessarily what I want for this technique, but I can go ahead and grab some gesso and apply some gesso right on the top here and allow it to drip and have some fun drip marks. Okay, we're going to apply some water as well to it in a minute. Okay, but it'll add a lot of character to your page, and then you just want to just apply a little bit of water just on the top here, and some of your color will run, which is totally fine. You kind of want that to happen. See? Oh my gosh, lovely. Okay, I love doing this. I know some people get a little bit scared, but this is so much fun because then you can keep adding layers to this. Okay. And then, you know, one of the things you could take is you could take some of our die cuts that I provided you with. You know, there's lots of fun little die cuts. I don't know if you guys got this one or not, but you could do like a fun little light bulb on there. That would be really, really fun. Even this little bottle and this light bulb will be perfect for this, you know, for this. So you could cut this up. I'm just doing this on the fly, you guys, but you could cut this up and then we'll be done. Because you know what? Everybody's tired tonight. I know you guys are all troopers and staying behind, but come on. Some of us have to go to bed. Right? And you could, like, how cute is that? It just kind of pops, right? And so you can go ahead and apply this either with glue or with your gel medium. Either one works just fine. So I'm just going to use a little bit of my Fabri-Tac because it's sitting right here and it's easy. Easy peasy. This is fun, right? Just like that, and it kind of pops. And then if you want it to pop just a little bit more, what you could do is you could add a little bit of the yellow to, you know, to symbolize some, you know, light. Correct? And then with your finger, just blend it in there, and it's going to start to pop. Okay, and then even around, just even right here on the actual stencil, and having it be like a yellow light around your light bulb. Okay, isn't that cool? And then you can, you know, put some black lettering so it'll pop, or, you know, something really fun. But anyway, this is another funky little journaling page that you can create with. So that's it. I'm gonna, for those of you that are watching the recording, this is it for tonight, and we'll do a part 2 to complete our journal. So stay tuned.